y'all. Hey, it's Ian with Andale Homestead.
Hello, everyone, and it's Casey from Ormsby Farm, the halfway homestead.
And I'm Monica at Bland's Promised Land Ranch. So Casey switched up the thing at the last minute on me. He was supposed to be the one intro in this one. I literally was like, I'm not introing this one.
I don't remember what we said. I'll intro. I'm down.
We didn't do it. So Casey, what are we talking about tonight?
We're talking about medicinals. And I'm telling you, it was a really good episode when I have sticky notes after listening to it.
Woohoo!
Tonight. But we're talking about preparing your medicinal cabinets. But I think before we get into all of that, Anne, would you kind of say hello to everybody that's in the chat?
You know, I love doing that. Hey, Ann Philbeck, good to see you again today, darling. From Virginia, Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. Good evening, everybody. She's got her hands full and knitting and crocheting, I'm sure. Not for nothing, Homestead. Hey, Ginger. I'm so glad you're here, honey. Thank you. Christy Wheeler. I do. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you. Lynette Lawrence. Hello, y'all. And we say, hey, y'all. Hey. So we're happy. And this is Hats on a Mission. Well, I'm just loving that name. That's great. Nanny Tam, we're so glad you're here. And of course, Two Doves, Bees, and Gardens. You're always such a plethora of information. We can use your brain tonight. I can tell you that for sure. So
I think we're going to be turning it to them. We're going to be like, hey, Sarah? Sarah, are you in the chat still?
Yeah, because you guys, we do depend on you to help us with your information and for you to share your things with us of how you stock your herbal medicinal apothecary. And so, Monica, you have had so many wonderful suggestions. What kind of things are you doing in your apothecary?
You know, I started growing comfrey this year, so I'm super excited to start using that in some way. I haven't used it yet. And I grow a bunch of mint all the time, and I'm always growing those other herbs that, you know, you can use in your food,
right?
Which actually will help with your health. But you can kind of keep on the side. I'm really interested in trying to grow some chamomile and some things to make teas this year, but I'm really excited to try to grow those things. Now, I have never grown calendula, but I have bought a big bag of calendula. And back on some episodes before, we all made some calendula products last year for the apothecary collaboration, I think is what we were doing. And man, I love some good calendula oil. And I know I personally use some healing antibiotic oil from Miss Andale at my house. So as soon as there is a cut or scrape, and as a matter of fact, one of the things that I always keep arnica and calendula in my house. But that antibiotics ointment or that salve that you sell, Miss Ann, the antibiotic, the dropper full.
Yes.
We have a cat outside, and I will tell you, she has this big wound on her cheek. And she's an old girl, and she's a barn cat, and she's not wanting to get me to take her to the vet. Now, she would be good for me.
Oh, sure.
My daughter was super concerned last week, and she said, Mom, something's going on. And I looked at her. Oh, my goodness. She had this big wound on her.
Yeah.
Immediately, I went inside. I grabbed my Andale ointment. I grabbed that ointment. I took it out there, and I cleaned out the wound, and I just put a bunch of that in there, and I just prayed over her. And I was like, okay, Lord, you're going to have to heal her, because I am not taking her to the vet. And let me just tell you, I am so excited to report that she is on the mend.
Woohoo!
With some really good. It's so nice to know that you can use plant medicine to help heal yourself and your family, but also your animals. And that's been since we recorded our podcast. So I had to share that because that was such a win for my plant medicine cabinet, you know?
That's right.
Yeah, it was such a cool thing. And I know you make them all the time, Miss Ann. What do you got in the works? I'm interested because I'm a big fan of your store.
I've been going crazy, and there are.
Did you see that comment? Did you see the comment?
Magnesium, yeah.
Then okay, well, I tell you what, Ginger, we'll talk about that magnesium cream first. How's that? Because I do have magnesium spray. I showed you once on not this audience, but I showed a Tuesday how to make our own magnesium oil, and it's so easy, y'all. It's really, really easy, and I mean, no, you give me a minute, I might be able to do it again. But I have some magnesium spray. I
Mhm.
have some magnesium bath salts that both make you feel good. But I also have the magnesium cream.
Love it. Does it have a good does it have a scent to it or no
It,
scent?
it does. It's a very faint peppermint. Very,
Okay.
very faint
I
peppermint. None of my products, I'm allergic to high
was
smells.
gonna say, 'cause you don't like the smells,
Yeah.
Anything, any kind of scented candles,
Mhm.
citronella, pine, rosemary even, makes me sneeze and it gives
Those
me headaches.
stronger scents. We're not
The
gonna get
stronger
if we're
scent.
shopping at Miss Ann Dale, we're not getting strong scents.
right?
That's
Good,
right.
that's good
You're
because
not.
you don't
Nothing
really want
smells
that for your
strong.
animals either. So, like, if you're
Mhm.
putting and you wanna put something on your animals and you know that you can put all those ingredients on your animals or on your small children, you don't want a lot of those high scents.
That's right. That's right. And so the magnesium cream that I make, it's really not hard. It is coconut oil, shea butter, magnesium oil, jojoba oil, and just a little faint bit of peppermint that I put
Mm,
in there. And it's even parts shea butter, coconut to a half of the magnesium oil.
mhm.
I should definitely include raw honey. Some very exciting research regarding the medicinal benefits of honey. We recently had our honey
Oh,
tested. Honey is amazing. Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. Honey is great. You made magnesium for your cramps. No more cramps in your leg. That's
Yep.
right. Hey, Troy Sutton, we're glad you're here. And Jesse from Lazy Days Ahead Homestead at Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. You know, I'm used to putting Homestead on the end of everything. Nanny Tam, we're so glad you're all in here. Christy Wheeler, everybody else, Jesse's girl. We love you all. Thank you for being here. But it's like for a cup of or a half a cup of coconut oil, you'd put a quarter cup of magnesium oil. So a half a cup coconut oil, a half a cup shea butter, quarter cup of magnesium oil, 3 tablespoons of jojoba oil. I know that's not all what you wanted, but and then just some dribbles of safe, really good food grade essential peppermint oil because there's some essential oils that you're not supposed to use. They have dyes and chemicals and things.
Could we if it was it is it possible? Because I don't know for sure, but is it possible to take your peppermint and infuse that into your like jojoba oil if you wanted to make some
Yes.
peppermint
Yes.
oil?
Yes.
So you
Mhm.
didn't have to actually use any store bought. So let's just
Yes.
say you're growing peppermint, but you don't want to spend the money on essential oils, even though peppermint's pretty cheap, but you don't trust any of the smaller companies. So you're like, I
Right.
don't really want to spend the money on a maybe expensive one. If you can infuse your jojoba oil, that's a carrier oil, right? You can use
Yes.
that, infuse that with your mint that you're growing outside.
Yes, you
And
can. You
that'll give it
absolutely
that little
can.
mint flavor
With
or
any
mint,
kind of
not
mint.
flavor. Don't eat it.
Like, yeah, any kind of mint. I have
Okay.
some, what is that drink that starts with an M, with mint? I can't even think of the name of it, but anyway, it smells divine. Mojito. I have some, mojito mint, and
You see,
it's
that was your call, bro.
I
just
was I was about to say, are we talking about the cocktail?
Yes.
I
She was going for
what
cocktail.
is it, Casey?
I'm like,
And
you know, I don't know.
mojito, yeah.
No, the mojito is really it's just the mint and lime. It's muddled together, like not even putting the adult beverage
And
in
you
it.
can do that with ice water if you want to. You don't have to put the adult beverage in it.
No, it's so good if you do like a sparkling water with mint and lime, and that's all. It's
What?
very refreshing and good for your body too.
Yes, it
The
is.
lime, the acid, and the mint is really good. I
Okay,
Yeah.
still
so
remember that Anne said you should write a book, Anne.
you
Oh,
should.
We've been waiting for when Anne is going to publish a book. We've been waiting because
so
Anne is so knowledgeable. I
Yep.
was at it already.
well, I have learned because y'all know I'm
I
at the
was
farmers market now on Saturdays, right? And so I have
Mojito.
mojito. So I
Mojito.
have all of my goods out there, and somebody will say, "So, what's that for?" And I go through my spiel, and by the end of it, they've got this blank stare, and they go, Hey, you got that written down anywhere? Because that was a lot. So,
You just need to make some like little heavy or how to use cards.
yes,
We can put on a little spiral that we can just kind of flip through.
there you go. So it is, but I'm telling you, this stuff helps with the magnesium. We're all deficient in magnesium anyway.
Mhm.
If you're breathing, you're deficient in magnesium. A lot of people take it internally by pill, and that has to go through your digestive system, and then it has to go through your blood system and all of that. Where with this, you can put it right on the spots that hurt, or at night. I had my grandbabies stay with me the other night, and I put some on the bottom of their feet and on their belly buttons, or they put it on their belly buttons, and they went night night really good. And then the next morning, I said, "So, girls, how did y'all sleep last night?" "Oh, grandmama, I slept so good."
And see,
Good.
that's so good because a lot of times people will go to some of these sleep aids that are more medicines that are more, not prescription necessarily, but you go to the pharmacy and
Over
you're
the
looking for
counter.
something to help you sleep. And there's so many side effects. I
Yeah.
know that there has been relatives of mine, friends of mine that have used melatonin
Oh, yeah.
and they start, is it melatonin? Yeah, melatonin. And they start taking it and they're having bad dreams. A friend of mine, my goddaughter actually has night terrors when
Yeah.
her mama was giving her melatonin to help her get through some growing pains she was having a few years ago. And girlfriend started having night terrors. And I'm like, that's not worth it. I
No.
would I would rather be up all night than to go to sleep and have night terrors. And so the magnesium, I know I spray magnesium on my calves and it helps with all the like
Muscle
tension that
cramp.
I'm having and the muscle cramps
Mhm.
that I've been having dealing with my back issues. And I sprayed on when Eric's having a real restless night.
Yep.
I will literally jump out of bed and just like give me your feet and I'll spray magnesium all over his feet and his calves so that hopefully he can wind down because his brain will just keep
Yes.
going and going. And I feel like
Yeah.
it really relaxes us. But what a cool thing to not have those side effects.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and any tissue, any soft tissue on your stomach or any soft tissue is where our biggest filters are. The bottom of our feet, our belly buttons, and any kind of soft tissue. Auntie Jan says, "I won't lay down without Andil's magnesium cream slathered all over my body." That's so fun. Thank you. It has been uh, it has been a help, and that's what I wanted is for it to help others and to help me. I made all this stuff because I needed it, y'all. I mean, oh my gosh. And so, um, you know what? You were talking to Monica about some tinctures of making for at the time during the winter, I had several respiratory problems. And you had asked a friend of yours and she said mullein, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We do mullein tinctures because my son has asthma. And I know you've dealt with asthma and stuff. And so she
mhm,
said some mullein tinctures would be really helpful for that. And so you can make tinctures with the glycerin or you can make it with alcohol, the vodka or whatever. But either way, they're going to do beneficial things. So when you have a tincture, and so mullein was a really good one for that.
yep.
I know there's other ones too. I can't remember what else did I say.
Well, you were talking about mullein
Well,
most,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mullein
and
was the thing.
I went and got myself some and made a mullein
I
tincture.
love
I
it.
don't sell it, but I have it for me, for my
Yeah.
apothecary because it has alcohol in it.
Yeah.
You have to have a special license to be able to do it. Tastes terrible, by
Well,
the way.
it does. And my we have some tinctures that either have the glycerin or have the alcohol in it. And you can buy them too from Earthly. Earthly is one of the places that I go to get a lot of my tinctures and things that I'm not making myself right now. It's just easier for me to go buy it online sometimes. And I've been buying tinctures from there, some cough tinctures, different things. And it's nice to know that there's a glycerin option because it
Yes.
doesn't burn. Because my 15-year-old was like, I don't want to take that. It burns my tongue. And I'm like, it's fine. Just do it
Yeah.
fast. And he's like, under his tongue and he's like, this burns. And I'm like,
Yeah.
just do it. Just do it. It's gonna
Yeah.
help.
And
But
Nanny Tam, there's no limit to the cream you can use, but you don't need much, just a little pinch. Um, and
I love
you're
it.
waiting for your magnesium flakes to arrive and to make the spray for the family. That's good.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great because that's all you need. And Ann Philbeck makes ginkgo tincture for her brain
Oh,
and
nice.
rose hip tincture for vitamin C. Good for you, Ann. So,
That's
Casey,
fantastic.
You were telling us a little bit about some things that you have planted and things or that you are planning on planting and things that you are gathering for your home medicine cabinet.
Yes, I think right after we shot the podcast, because most people know we pre-shoot our podcast pretty deep in the rear. We have time to actually go and play it after we record. Like we'll sit here and we'll record and be like, "Oh, I should have done that."
What a
And oregano was one of mine. Now, I think I've said on multiple episodes that I am very prone to ear infections and tooth infection. Um, and you don't always want to have to go to a doctor and get on an antibiotic that, if you take it too much, can kind of come.
absolutely, you become immune to it.
I was trying to find the really good politically correct way to say it. You get immune.
Yeah, it just becomes useless after a while.
And oregano is one of those. I learned about oregano, especially oregano oil for soap, because I found a recipe that if you put oregano oil, now we're talking about oil now, oregano oil in your soaps, that creates kind of like an antibacterial soap. If you
Yes.
make like a hand soap or something, putting a little bit, couple drops, I think it's like 10 or 15 drops in your mixture of the soap. It's an antibacterial soap. I use an oregano tincture, which is different, vodka, oil. And the tincture, I do drops in a bottle of water and drink it throughout the day. And that
Okay.
really helps with ear infection or the start of ear infections, tooth infections, that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. That's
Um,
fantastic.
well, being able to grow your own oregano, I mean, it's very
Yeah.
easy to grow oregano.
Yeah.
And then you not only have it to season your pasta,
Mhm.
but have it to make oils and tinctures.
You know,
What
you can feed it to
this
your animals too.
I infused it with grapeseed oil because grapeseed
Oh,
oil is very healing as well.
nice.
And I take it as as a preventive, but
Mhm.
especially if I start feeling yucky, I'll make sure that I have my oregano oil to take. And I also just recently learned how to make that. Excuse me.
I was about to say, while Anne is
Yeah.
coughing up a lung,
I'm coughing. I'm joking. I got swallowed the wrong way. But I just learned how to make an oregano salve. And so I'm have that as well because it's wound care. Any
So is
kind
it
of
like an antibiotic?
it's
I
an
can,
antibiotic, like a Neosporin wound care, but it's all
that's right up Monica's alley because Monica is so anti. What's the big? It's Neosporin.
pharmaceutical.
I am anti-Neosporin.
No, she talks about it on many episodes. So it's not me calling her out, y'all. Don't come for me in the chat.
I
Monica
don't
has,
like that mess because
but
it like
that,
it messes with your immune system.
Well, it has a lot of petroleum products in it.
Yeah.
It has a lot of preservatives in it because the Neosporin could potentially stay on shelves for decades.
well, but
And
having that right there, Anne, is so, especially for homesteaders. Have
yes,
any of you noticed that we get more cuts, whether it's fixing fences, whether it's walking through a chicken coop? Let me tell you how many times I scratch my hand and my arm just walking through a chicken coop door because I scratched it on chicken coop or chicken wire. To have that you talked about, Anne, is so
Uh-huh.
easy. Put a little bit, rub it
Yep.
on. It's all natural. It's easy. That's a great idea. You
That's
also have a great idea, Casey. Great idea, Anne. That's
Hey,
amazing.
you know, Miss Ann brought up a really good point. Neosporin will last on shelves for years and years and years. One thing you have to remember that a lot of times our plant medicines are not going to be as shelf stable
Yeah,
as those medicines. And sometimes that can be a bad thing if you look at it that way, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think the best part about it is if you learn how to make your own plant medicine, then you don't have to worry about shelf life, guys. You
That's
don't have to worry about running out when things get hairy and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have any of this or that. If you're already prepared and you know how to make it, you don't have to worry about running out of it because you can go get it and go make it. Have those dried herbs ready to go and ready to use.
That's
Boom.
right.
I think we say that a lot, especially in the podcast. herbs aside, we talk about yearly, like when we talked in our other podcast about turning your pantry for your canned items,
Yeah.
because
Right.
your items don't last as long,
Yeah.
or turning when you have flour or sugar or rice or that kind of stuff, those have a shelf life. If you learn these tips and tricks that we graciously give up for free on the podcast, you're able to each year create the stuff. So you
Mhm.
set a time and you're like, okay, well, I need to update my medicine cabinet, or I need to update all my soap in my house, or I need to update, you know, canned water that is used for wound care. I mean,
Yeah.
all these things, once you learn that trick, you don't have to go to the store anymore
That's right.
because yearly it comes back to you. Oregano is a perennial. If you
Yeah.
treat her right, she will treat you right, and she will come back bigger and bushier every single year.
That's
So
right.
you're able to pull it back. I've noticed, now y'all answer if you haven't, I've noticed that if you prune the oregano, you can get 2 or 3 harvests off of an oregano plant because it will grow more leaves during
Yeah.
Yep.
the
That's right.
year stuff. Not all herbs, but oregano is one of those that you can usually do 2 or 3 times during the growing season.
Yeah, now
Mhm.
there's one thing you want to know, to remember, that
Mhm,
when you're making your oils or your salves or your creams, you cannot let any water get in it.
mhm.
You have to make sure your hands are dry, your bowls are
Yeah.
dry, everything is dry because water will make it go rancid
Yeah.
faster.
Mhm.
And but it doesn't last forever. That's true. It doesn't last, but it's so empowering to know. I mean, back when the pandemic came through and we weren't sure of whether we were going to be getting our medicines or whatever. And at the time, I was going through throes of
Yeah.
terrible arthritis and so forth.
Mhm.
And I thought, I better learn how to look after me with
Yep.
God's plants and what He put on this earth, because He put everything that we need right here for us. We just have to, it's up to us to learn how to utilize it.
Yeah.
So I've been working on it since then. And when you're
And she's done an
drying your
amazing
herbs,
job.
yes, yes. Oh, thank you. I thought you said he has done an amazing job, and he has.
He has, but you have done a great job
Yeah,
too.
you have.
Thank you. Thank you. But when you're drying your herbs or using anything, you have to make sure that everything is totally dry. All of
Yeah.
your flowers, all of your herbs, all those kinds of things. Make sure that they're dry, because it won't work if you don't. And I'm so glad you're here. Dried oregano for your spices. Now I'm going to make oregano salve. What I do, Anne, is I get a little pint jar or quart jar or whatever, how much ever oregano you have. Put my oregano about halfway, fill it with grapeseed oil, and let it set. I do let that set for 6 to 8 weeks, sometimes longer, but certainly at least 6 weeks. Walk by, shake it every now and again, whatever. And then you strain it and you've got oregano oil. So that's pretty cool. Nothing
Can
is
I
hard. It's not
can I
hard.
jump on a soapbox real fast?
Yeah.
And I'll try to not be super politically correct about it. But as you were talking about of how God provides everything that we need for
Yes.
our medicinal stuff or whatever, there is so many opportunities. Like one, I know that we get on the podcast and what I get on my personal YouTube channel is I don't have the money to start this garden, or I can't
Right.
afford to do this, or I can't afford to grow all of my own food. Let me just tell you, there are so many programs
Yep.
that you are given right now funds to go buy stuff. EBT is one of them that you can use EBT and you can buy oregano plant
Right.
government dollars. And if you know and listen to your favorite homesteaders, you know how to save the seeds
Yep.
and grow your own. That's the same thing with tomatoes, peppers, all of the stuff that God has provided. He provides a way that you can get one plant
Yep.
and that plant will provide for the end of your life.
That's
Yeah.
right.
If you truly take the time to learn, on how to take care of that plant. You only have to buy it once.
And
You only have to
yeah,
buy it once.
and you can put it in a bucket or you can put it in a bowl,
Yep.
anything that has some sort of drainage,
Yep.
something like that. But yes, and it has been so fun to learn. And now that I'm at the farmer's market, I do have people that are coming back and saying, Anne, it has helped me so much. Thank you. I'm a customer for life kind of thing. And it's nothing, really, it's nothing. Put I just put it together and put it in a bottle or a jar. And but they're they don't want to do it. They're just going to get it from somebody else. So it's nice to be able to have some positive reinforcements. There's another thing that I have done recently, and this is something that you can speed the process up. I call it Bruise Be Gone, but it is arnica, and there's arnica salve
Nice.
that you can make as well.
That's the other Monica word that she uses.
Yep.
Monica tells me about arnica all the time. In fact,
It's
Monica,
amazing.
you're the one that told me about arnica.
Yeah, that sunburn on his shoulder up there, arnica. Put some arnica on it, bro.
Yeah.
Clear it right. The arnica helps with burns. It helps with stings. It helps with all kinds of stuff. If it's not open skin, like open wound, arnica is the go-to. And then when it's an open wound, my kids get calendula. So the bottles look the same, but they're a little bit different. And so I always tell them calendula with the C, calendula for the open wound, arnica for the closed stuff, all the bruising, all the burns, arnica.
Yep.
It's so good for that.
It really is. It really is.
Well, I grow basil all the time because basil is just fun to grow and it's easy. And I don't even really love basil, but I was interested in some of the things that I have. I'm like, okay, so if I have an herb, there must be some sort of medicinal uses for it. Did you guys know how many medicinal uses there were for basil?
No.
There you go. Basil can actually be used for stress and anxiety. It's an adaptogen, so it helps your body deal with stress and anxiety, helps regulate your cortisol levels. Ladies, if you're dealing with menopause, perimenopause, postmenopause, any of that, cortisol is like crazy. It wreaks havoc on your body.
It does.
That right there, it's linked directly to stress. Take some basil tincture. Go eat some basil leaves. It helps with your immune support, cognitive function, digestive issues.
Oh my God.
Helps regulate your blood sugar, and it's anti-inflammatory and antioxidant.
Oh my gosh.
I went and just looked up basil medicinal uses. There are so many resources.
Find it for you, Monica, but
yeah, it's totally basil. It's amazing.
All I know is this book was recommended to the three of us.
Yeah, me too.
Hi, Sandy. Yep.
And we all got it.
Yep.
And it is so good because you pull up an herb and it talks about all the different ways, how to ingest it, how to harvest it, what it's good for men, what it's good for women. Because I think what a lot of people don't understand is that's a big thing. What works really well for women may not do the same type of things for a man.
Exactly.
And you have to be honest with yourself and be like, listen, hey, I know that I am a huge Ann Dale fan and it works great for her, but I am biologically a man and it may not work the same for me.
Absolutely.
As it does for her. And this is the book.
It's like a textbook though, y'all. It's not easy. It's not easy.
You're not going to be sitting down at night in your bed and be like, let me flip through it. Well, Sandy actually might flip through it like that. That's not
and Jesse, it's not a Jesse book. Jesse likes pictures, illustrations, and that ain't
the picture.
Yeah, so, there's a few pictures.
One out of 900 pages, Jesse.
Well, look at there. Jesse is putting the link in there. Good for you.
Thanks,
Lazy days ahead. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a huge help having it. That book has been a really good addition to my medicinal book.
Yeah, I've checked it out a lot to recheck myself to make sure that I'm doing things safely. And not for nothing, Homestead Ginger says, get half a gallon jar, loose fill with basil, pour boiling water over it, let it steep for 20 minutes, add half a cup of honey, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, most refreshing and good for you.
Okay.
A drink? Ginger, we're talking like a drink.
Yes, she's talking about a drink. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, that sounds disgusting. I'm sorry, it sounds disgusting. But
Tam says sounds delicious.
But I know you wanted me to say it sounds delicious, but I'm not going to lie. It sounds disgusting, but I will say that I went to a Skillshare where Sarah and John were there, and Sarah was trying to convince everybody that lemon basil was going to make this like wonderful drink, and I'm like, what? Basil. Let me just tell you, she made the most refreshing, most delicious lemon basil like refresher. It was so good. I came home and tried to make it. Mine tasted like dirt and gross, but hers was amazing. And now I have to like make her see purple basil. See, it turns pink and purple. It's beautiful. But I'm going to tell you, try it. It may sound disgusting, but the lemon basil, it's just lemon basil. She takes the lemon basil, puts it in there fresh, steeps it. If you go to Two Doves Bees and Gardens, she actually has a video on lemon basil like tea. It is amazing.
I do have some lemon basil in the yard.
I'm telling you, Miss Ann, lemon basil, and you put it on ice. Oh, it's so good.
I just don't care for basil itself.
I don't like basil neither. Okay, it's not
so
my thing.
Strong, but the lemon basil does not, and it's yellow.
I'm telling you,
it comes
lemon
back
basil.
every year.
And you can even squeeze some lemon juice in it to give a little pop. I mean, it really is good. She has a really good recipe on her Two Doves Bees and Gardens lemon basil. I'm telling you, she says it right there. He's saying it. John's like, we enjoy it every summer. I don't make it well. I'm going to actually have to go kidnap Sarah, bring her to my house, and have her make a bunch. And then I'll give her back to John.
Well, she's close enough that you can do that.
Yeah. I'm just going to show up and be like, come with me.
Prepared.
My hand, though. It's going to be like, come with me, Sarah. She's like,
you're going to kidnap her.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So, and in the fall, if you get an opportunity, dandelion or goldenrod, not dandelion, that's in the spring. Goldenrod in the fall grows wild. I have terrible allergies. Casey, you have terrible allergies. I mean, you battle that most of the year. But goldenrod, I made some goldenrod tincture.
Love it.
And it, like I said, it tastes awful. But when I'm having a really bad sinus problem, then I will use it in water, because a small amount of water, because I don't want to drink it all day long. But I do use it in a small amount of water, and it does help. Now, my husband uses goldenrod tincture for his joints and things because it's also an anti-inflammatory.
Right.
I did not have that relief from it. It's something about your thyroid that kind of messes with goldenrod. I'm not sure. I have thyroid issues, but it does help with the allergies. But he, having worked at Newport News Shipyard for 47 years, walking on cement, wearing steel-toed boots for his whole life, he had terrible knee problems. And so now he'll dip his spoon in the jar of goldenrod tincture, tap it off, and then stir his last cup of coffee. His knees don't bother him anymore.
I love that.
They don't snap, crackle, and pop. Which is what? I mean, that's the only thing he's done different.
And that's another huge, it's a testament to things that work for biological men. May not always work for biological women.
Didn't work for me.
Thyroid issues, but I'm telling you, get these books, do your research on these herbs.
That's right.
So that you know how they work for you as Annie Tam, as Rebecca Touched by Yarn. I mean, you can listen to us all day, but know how it works for you.
Right.
But still replay our episodes, because we really appreciate when you do that. But we have been on now for over 30 minutes, and we tried to 30 minutes.
We do.
And would you close us out, because you always do it so eloquently?
Did you say me?
Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. I would love to. You're so allergic to goldenrod, honey. Well, you know what, Christy? There are some people, and you know your body best. There are some people that are allergic to it. Most of the time, not you, but most of the time, there are people that confuse goldenrod with ragweed, because they look very, very similar. Ragweed is horrible. It's just a terrible thing, wildflower. But, everybody's different, and that's how God made us all different, and it's wonderful. The cayenne castor oil worked better
Oh,
for
yes.
me than the other one that was sent, and I do have the cayenne that is infused with castor
Yep.
oil. That helps as well. I'm
So
the replay queen. Thank you so much. You are Nanny Tam. Well, everyone, we appreciate you being here more than you could possibly imagine. Thank you so much for your support of Hey Y'all Hey round the hay bell. And we're going to be back next Tuesday at 8 o'clock live. But remember, on Monday, we have podcasts that come out every Monday on Round the Hay Bale. That's the live so that you can see all of our props because I'm the prop girl. And then you can also listen to the podcast on all podcast features, Spotify, podcast, something, something. That's what people say everywhere you find a podcast, right? But thank you so much for being here. We love all of you and appreciate you all. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Hey, Monica, did you know it's now even easier to listen to Around the Hay Bale podcast?
what? Really? How easy?
That's right. All you have to do is say, Alexa, play Round the Hay Bale podcast.
Playing Round the Hay Bale podcast on Apple Music.
Ooh, we're really fancy now.
Tune in to Round the Hay Bale every Monday at 9 a.m. Central Time.